This is the inner teacher practice, a practice to cultivate unlimited wisdom and intuition. Inner teacher or intuition is also known as the Vijnanamaya Kosha. So we have 5 layers, the koshas, the 5 layers of our existence. The body, the energy, the mind, the intuition or psyche, and the bliss. And this 4th layer, the intuition or psyche, Vijnanamaya Kosha, is the layer that allows us to access our inner teacher, the all-knowing, that part of ourselves that just know. But often our mind gets in the way, or we are distracted, or we don't know how to access this layer. So when I was living in Bali 2018, 2019, one of my teachers came to Bali and did this 5 days training on koshas. Each day we experience one of the koshas. So one of the classes in the whole day will be about that specific kosha. Until the 4th day, which was the inner teacher layer. And it was a class that I'll never forget in my life, probably one of the top 3 of my favorite classes. And it's a very interesting one because it's a class that provokes us to see the totality of who we are. The holds of the postures are really long, not the entire class, but there are parts of the class that we hold for a while. And in the holds, we normally begin to see all of our faces, everything, the good, the pretty, the not so pretty, the challenging, and being able to hold ourselves beyond that. That is our layer of intuition. Why? Because when life gets in the way and makes us to feel challenged or triggered, how can we remember that there is a part of ourselves that is not that reactive emotion or that specific suffering, and we don't get attached to it, but rather there is a light, the light of the inner teacher that knows ourselves beyond that and also know the truth, knows that in one plane, in one lane, in one reality, everything is okay. So this class today, it's a little journey and it's very dear to my heart. In one way, this is groundwork for Tantra, which is to call forward, to bring forward all the things about ourselves, begin to dissolve the ones that no longer serves us, and more rest in the part of ourselves that is light, more positive, that is optimistic, and that knows how to stay calm and centered in the middle of the chaos. Such a beautiful, beautiful practice for life. So let's join me in this journey today. We're going to move at the times, and at the times we're going to hold, and in those holds, there is this internal reflection to go with as we are there. And then at the end, there is inner teacher meditation. So let's do this. Please come to stand up at the front of your mat. Stand with your feet a hip distance apart. Stand tall. Bring your hands on the heart center. Pause in here. Take a moment to close your eyes and tap into your own intuition that is not clouded by the mind, by judgments. And remember the intention of this practice, which is to dissolve our identification with the things that's not the inner teacher, so that we can more and more connect to our unlimited wisdom that is within our own hearts. Sometimes we look for this wisdom in other people, family, friends, partners, teachers. And at the times they might be able to help and guide us. But ultimately we want to find that within ourselves. Take a deep breath. Let's open this class with one chant of Om, our Om mantra. Take a full breath out and inhale to chant. Open the eyes, release the hands down. Turn your palms facing backwards. The next inhale, sweep your arms over the head, stretch tall, breathing a little bit into the chest and lengthen the spine. Breathe out, firm your belly muscles, navel to the back body. Repeat, inhale is smooth, sweep your arms, no rush. Breathe into the chest and feel your chest and upper back expanding. Breathe out, lower the arms, belly in, slightly contract your navel. Repeat, inhale, sweep your arms, come on your tippy toes as you do that. Come high on your heels. And when you breathe out, lower everything down with control, your hands and your feet. With focus, do that again. Inhale, sweep your arms, come up, lift your chest, lift your upper back, and breathe out, lower everything down. Do one more time, just get the breath flowing. Warming up the body and the breath. Pause at the end, take another full round of breath. Dynamic Uttanasana with chair. The next inhale, raise your arms above the head, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge of the hips and forward fold. Gently touch the hands on the floor, relax your head, relax your shoulders. Re-extend your arms, bend your knees, inhale, come into chair pose. Hold in chair, take a full breath out and firm your belly. Inhale, stand up. And exhale, release your arms. Now flow that very gracefully. Inhale, raise your arms above the head, lengthen the spine. Breathe out, hinge of the hips and forward fold. Hands on the floor, bow down. Re-extend the arms, bend your knees. Inhale, chair, open the chest, look forward. Stay here, take a full exhale. Inhale, stand up tall. And exhale, release your arms down. Repeat this, control your breathing. Inhale, raise the arms above the head, tall. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe out all the way until the hands touch the floor. You relax your head. Inhale, bend the knees, extend the arms, lean back in chair, chest open. Stay here, take a full breath out. Inhale, stand up. And exhale, release your arms down. Take one more round on your own. So we're just getting the body warm. And also a little bit more free. When you finish this round, come back to stand, release your arms down, take another full breath. Relax your shoulders. Get ready for our first long hold. So this class have some juicy holds. It's not going to be the whole way through, but some postures are specific for the hold. So come into chair, sit back, knees back, arms forward, shoulders back. Fingers together and relax your fingers. So rather than have the arms over the head, today have the arms forwards. Make sure you're not overly arching the back or overly tucking the tailbone. Find kind of like a place in the middle. And open the chest as you look forward. If you look down, it's a little bit like a sad down quality. If you look forward, it's a little bit more inspirational. Now, when we did this class in Bali, we held this for a very long time. I'm not kidding you, maybe 3 to 5 minutes. My holds today is going to be around 2. And this class is inspired by one of my teacher's class. So a couple things that is slightly different, but following the same principles. So as you hold chair, and you're breathing, I believe, otherwise start breathing. Inhale and exhale is smooth. Notice it doesn't take long in chair for us to react to the pose. Maybe it's physical, maybe it's mental. But the goal is to hold strong physically and find a part of the mind that can surrender a little bit, that you're not fighting with the pose. Sit a little lower, shoulders back, chest open, Lengthen the back of your neck. Looking to the horizon. Breathe. And one of the first things I want to say to you is that you can do it. You can do this. The mind will tell that you can't and you should give up. But actually your body can hold a little longer. I'm here with you. Let's do this. Breathe. 5 more smooth breaths. Inhale on the chest and you feel the chest expanding and upper back expands. Exhale, belly draws in. I know it's hard, but try to minimize fidgeting or excessive eye movements. It's like there is a sense of not fighting with the pose. On the next inhale, come back up to stand tall. Exhale, release your arms. Pause in here, take another breath. And notice the part of yourself that overcame a difficult time, a challenge. A part of you trusted that things are beyond good and bad. That is where we begin to tap into that inner knowing, inner teacher. Our 4th layer of Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha. Take another breath, let it go, and get ready for the journey. So stand at the front of your mat if you're not there yet. The next inhale, raise the arms above the head, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold, the hands on the floor, bow down, soften your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step back to plank, shift forward, bend your elbows and lower the body all the way down flat on the floor. Untuck your toes. Inhale, baby cobra, shoulders back. Exhale, release, tuck your toes, go back to downward facing dog. Then stay here in downward dog. And now, just for this like 30 seconds, do anything you want to do in downward dog. So if you want to pat your legs, move your hips, if there is anything that you need to do to release anything of the body, because now the hold's going to be juicier. Okay, then step forward with one of your foot and come up to stand. We're going to start with the right leg. So stand up and turn your right toes to the front of your mat. Align your right heel with your back arch and prepare like a warrior 2 or side angle alignment. So your right knee is a 90 degrees angle. Your left leg is straight, arms wide. Look towards the front hand, the right hand. Inhale, straight the leg. Exhale, rebend the knee and place your forearm on the thigh. Reach your left arm up and over the head. Inhale, come back up, arms wide, legs straight. Exhale, go into the pose again and turn your chest up to the ceiling. Look up if you can. Inhale, come up and breathe out. Repeat. You can go a little bit deeper if you wish to and bring the hand on the floor if you want to go a little bit further. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release your arms down. Pivot your feet to the other side. Now to your left leg. Left heel, align with the back arch. Bend the knee towards a 90 degrees angle. Arms wide. Look towards the left hand. Inhale, straight the left leg. Exhale, rebend the knee, forearm on the thigh, right arm up and over the head. Stretch the side body. Inhale, come up, look towards your left hand. Exhale, side angle. Breathe in and out. Repeat. So now at this point, we're warming up for the hold. The next time, if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can bring the left hand to the floor. Then inhale, come up. Exhale, release your arms, turn your feet parallel to each other. And then if you need to grab a block for side angle, you can have a block underneath the hand, or you can have the forearm on the thigh. If you're a little bit more open, you can have the hand on the floor. So go back onto the first leg, right leg, find your hold. And this one is, for me, is very deep. Like when I come out of this pose, I see stars. So bend your front knee and rest your forearm on the thigh, reach the arm over the head. Now, if you want to stay here, make sure you're not collapsing on the right shoulder. Press your right forearm against the thigh and turn the chest up to the ceiling. Now you can have a block underneath the hand or bring the hand on the floor. Choose where you're going to hold. Pick your battles. Firm your feet on the floor. Bring your tailbone inside the body. Length both sides of the waist. And reach your left hand actively away from the left hip. Then look where your neck feels happy. If looking up hurts your neck, then you can look straight or down. And keep pressing the right arm against the right leg or the right leg against the arm. So they're so tight together that not even a piece of paper would pass in between them. Now find a rhythm of breathing that is joyful to you. Relax your eyes in one point. And the invitation here is to embrace everything, resist nothing. If we are to access our inner teacher, we don't want to run away from the totality of ourselves. And if anything, we welcome surrendering, forgiveness, and a ton amount of compassion. Embrace everything, resist nothing. Your feet is firming down to the floor. Legs are firm. Breath is smooth. Okay, breathe out, look down, stretch your left arm up. Inhale, come back up to stand. Exhale, turn your feet parallel in the center, release your arms. Stay here for a moment. And notice that purification process. If we held ourselves with grace and patience, there is something very beautiful that comes on the other side when we complete the pose. Okay, move the shoulders a little bit if you need it. Let's go on the other side, left leg. Use the block if you need to, or forearm on the thigh, or hand on the floor. So firm your legs, firm your feet, lift the chest up, firm your left arm against the left leg, and then when you're ready, reach the right arm up and over the head. You can have a soft bend on that right elbow. Sorry if I forgot to say on the other side. So if you have the arm super locked, that can be quite stressful on the shoulder. A gentle bend on the elbow, it's okay, but keep the hand active. Little finger facing down. As well, you spiral the chest up. Take care of your neck. Breathe. What we want to see in here is those like micro mini adjustments that we do involuntarily because of discomfort. Minimize them. And one of the things that helps me is to breathe properly. When the breath is complete with no interruptions, the breath helps us to sustain the pose. We don't have to use so much muscular engagement. You will notice that the lower mind might be a little bit provoked here. But we want to hold ourselves on the higher mind. The longer holds allows us to experience the totality, and then we can choose what part of ourselves we want to identify ourselves with. Look down. The next inhale, come back up to stand. Exhale, pause in the center, feet parallel. Release your arms down. Take a breath. And sense that those hard times, they pass. Well done. So a little cookie for you, a forward fold, which feels nice. Bring your hands to the hips. Turn your toes slightly inwards. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, forward fold. A gentle bend on the knees. Release the hands on the floor underneath your shoulders. Inhale, come to halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bend your elbows and forward fold. Do that again. Then hold the fold. You can have your hands on the floor under your shoulders, or you can use your hands to hold your ankles or calves. If you have the hands holding the ankles or calves, bend your elbows out to the side, and everybody lift the shoulders away from the ears. Simultaneously stretch the crown of the head to the floor. Now, forward folds have a very grounding energy, so it's not that hard to hold them in here for longer. The goal is to create a little refinement. So now relax your eyes and let your eyes be more restful. Like there is this restful quality behind the eyes. And then now also identify if you are holding into tension, physical or mental tension, and use the breath to dissolve that tension. I remember doing this class here in Bali, and I was with my colleagues next to me, and I remember crying in this class with Ellen, my good friend Ellen, because it felt like I was able to hold myself beyond my monkey mind, the mind that is always rushing or worried, anxious about things. But rather I could access a part of myself that can surrender. So initially we surrender to the posture, we don't fight with the pose. And then begin to surrender to the breath and let the breath to be more full and complete. And that will help the mind to soften. It's like we don't need to grasp onto all the things. We can identify them and then let them go. Do not identify ourselves with the things that are suffering or challenging. Okay, relax your breath. Bring your hands under the shoulders again. Inhale, halfway lift. Breathe out, hands on the hips. Firm your legs and inhale, come back up to stand. Breathe out, turn your feet to the front of your mat and stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. Take another full round of breath. There is something so transformative about holding a pose. You know, it's magical. If we can do that, the benefits for our minds, for our nervous system, it's incredible. So let's continue with our journey. Now we're moving between two postures. So first, pyramid. So step your left leg back, bend your right knee. Come to, warrior one. So first is warrior one, and then is pyramid. In warrior one here, just to get again movements, bend the front knee and reach your arms over the head, palms facing forwards. Then take a breath out and release your hands, straight the right leg. Inhale, bend the knee, sweep your arms, open the chest and look forward. Breathe out, come out of the pose. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. Then inhale, come into warrior one. Stay in here now. Exhale, bring your hands on the heart center. Just before you do anything else, check in with your legs. Make sure your legs are not crossing. Your feet is firm on the floor. Grounding to the back heel. Firm the left heel down. Then once you are in warrior one legs, solid, open your arms out to the sides with a bend on the elbows and palms facing upwards. Like you're holding a candlelight in your hand. And the arms should not be straight because that's going to be too much tension on your shoulders and elbows. So bend the elbows, bend the front knee, open the chest and look forward. Watch out that you're not overly arching the lower back, and draw the tailbone slightly into the body again. Lift your middle and upper spine. Now hold warrior one, look into the future. Open your heart. And in this position here, re-access that ability to be optimistic about something. So in your mind, be optimistic. To bring it to your life, to yourself, good things, even if they're lessons. And allow ourselves to move from the challenging times. To see the good, the positive things in all things. Now make sure you are breathing. And your breath is an indication if you can surrender to this. So the Vijnanamaya Kosha, the body layer, is the one that sooner you feel in here. Can you disidentify with good or bad, hot or cold, hard or easy? And just let the body be. And then the same with the mind, Vijnanamaya Kosha. You might experience positive thoughts or negative thoughts. Here is the opportunity to see which one you want to grasp on. Which one you want to hold on to it. The positive thoughts or the negative thoughts. And I know this might be feeling so challenging, especially doing it at home by yourself. But just know this is so important and special when we come out of this practice to see life with brighter eyes. We do in our yoga mats to come back to life stronger. Five more breaths. The next inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, release your arms down. Pause and there, catch your breath again. Shorten your stance a little bit. Prepare for pyramid pose. Inhale, raise both arms above the head. Exhale, long spine, forward fold in pyramid pose. Release your hands on the floor or in blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Bow down. Now hold pyramid. Your front right leg can be slightly bent on the knee. You can stay hands, fingertips on the floor. Or you can have your hands today on your sacrum. And the left hand hold the right wrist. Chin into the throat. Once again, soften your eyes. Now practice abdominal breathing. The main goal of this practice is the process of disidentify with whatever is not our inner teacher, the pure light of wisdom. Perhaps when we see challenge to choose which one of our thoughts, emotions, feelings we're going to grasp on. Now we have the opportunity. Strengthening our inner wisdom. Where are you holding on to something? And see if you can accept it or let it go. Soften with your breath. Embrace everything. Okay, keep your hands where they are if they're on your lower back. Otherwise, bring your hands to your hips. On the next inhale, flat back, come up to stand. Exhale, stand at the front of your mat, Tadasana. Pause in there, take another breath. Whew. Notice that transformative effect afterwards. It's like we have this opportunity to embrace everything. And then choose, which of our thoughts, emotions, or feelings we want to grasp on. So step your right leg back. Prepare for warrior one, so bend your front knee. Organize your legs in warrior one, ground to your right foot. And notice sometimes the left or the second side is harder because you know what the first round was. But come here with a new, bright experience. Open the heart to the experience. Arms over the head, palms facing forwards. When you breathe out, straight the front leg and release your arms down. Inhale, rebend the knee, arms over the head, open the chest. And exhale, come out of the pose. Do that a few times just to warm up. The next time you come into warrior one, stay there. Breathe out, bring your hands through the heart center like a prayer. Checking with your legs, back foot like a 45 degrees angle, square the hips to the front. Then once you're stable, front knee bend, arms open wide, gentle bend on the elbows with the palms facing upwards. Length the tailbone slightly down, chest open. But don't poke your ribs too forward here, keep your ribs slightly in. Now relax your eyes in one point in your room, eye level, like you look into the future, excited. And then regulate your breath, smooth. Now see that in our minds we have different parts. At this point, there is one part of the mind that is reacting. And there is one part of the mind that can observe yourself reacting. Rest in that one, the one that's observing, not the one that's reacting. Remember, the mind will tell you stories that you need to give up, but the body can last a little longer. Okay. The next inhale, straight the front leg. Exhale, release your arms. You can hop with the foot a little closer. Then just take a moment to pause. Let it pass. Then prepare for pyramid pose. Square the hips to the front. Inhale, raise both arms above the head. Exhale, long spine forward fold. Place your hands on the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Come on your fingertips and lengthen the back of your neck. Breathe out, forward fold, bow down. Then choose what pyramid pose you're gonna do. Repeat what you did on the first side. You can have hands in blocks, or hands on the floor, or hands on your sacrum, and now right hand holds the left wrist. Relax your shoulders, chin into the throat. Resist nothing. Embrace all parts of ourselves. So the process is to initially soften, to don't fight with the pose, with our minds. Let it be. And then observe that we have a choice. What are the ones we want to grasp or hold on to it? And which ones we want to let it go? Okay, if the hands are on the floor, bring your hands on your hips. On the next inhale, everyone come up, flat spine. And as you breathe out, release your hands, stand at the front, Tadasana. Take a moment, reconnect with that cycle of breathing. Smooth, no interruption. Maybe at this point we can already see that we don't react. We embrace all and the things just are. Let's go onto the floor. Inhale, raise the arms above the head. Exhale, forward fold, bow down, hands on the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank. Shift forward, bend your elbows and lower your body flat down on the floor. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Prepare for baby cobra flow. Inhale, lift the chest only. Come into baby cobra. Shoulders back and draw your elbows in. Now lengthen the back of your neck. Stay here. When you breathe out, bend your knees and bring your heels towards your butt. Inhale, use your hands a little bit, go a little higher on the cobra. Lift the chest. And exhale, release down your head and your feet. Inhale, baby cobra. Only lift your upper body. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, go a little higher. Squeeze the four corners of your back together. And exhale, release down. Repeat, inhale, baby cobra. And exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, go a little higher. And exhale, release. Now turn your right cheek on the floor. Relax your hands next to your body. And just take some few relaxed breaths in here. Bring your forehead to the center. Bring your hands under the shoulders again. And now come back into baby cobra. Stay there, option 1. Option 2, bend your knees. Option 3, Dhanurasana. So about 1 to 2 minutes hold Dhanurasana, not that long. But whatever you are doing, lift your chest. If your hands are in cobra, just use a little bit of the hands, but not too much. If you're in Dhanurasana, use your hands and lift your feet up so your knees are off the floor. Watch out that your knees are not spreading wide apart. Now lengthen the back of your neck. Soften or close your eyes. And breathe. Dhanurasana is the perfect posture to find surrendering. If we don't surrender, we're not going to be able to hold here for long. So there is an effort to stay in alignment, but also there is a sense of ease. And that sense of ease comes with accepting, not resisting. Once again, accept all the totality of who you are. and consciously hang the awareness on the positive thoughts. You can do this. Okay, the next breath out, come back down. Place your left cheek on the floor. Relax your arms next to your body. And surrender. Begin to see that our karmic process is the path of disidentifying with the lower mind, the parts of the mind that reacts. And by doing that, we begin to clean and clear our reactivity, which is part of our karma. We write a better story for our lives. Okay, bring your head back to center, hands under the shoulders, tuck your toes, press yourself back to plank and then hold plank. I know, this is the one that I actually cried when I was in Bali. So you're gonna hold plank with your feet more or less hip distance apart, hands under the shoulders, shift your shoulders forward, firmly press that space in between your shoulder blades up to the ceiling, and have your hips not too low, not too high. Plank the back of your neck. Breathe. We're going to hold in here, so there is a point you probably want to give up. Try to pass that point. Breathe. You can hold a little bit beyond the shake, so stay there. You can do this. Arms firm. Press your backs of the knees up to the ceiling. Take 5 more breaths. Okay, press back to downward facing dog. Take a full breath in downward dog. Drop your knees down, sit back in child and relax for a few breaths. Come back to sit on your heels. Take a moment in that Vajrasana. My hope is that at this point, more and more, that part of yourself that's clear is coming forward. The one that can observe and rest and also have that intuitive, positive thought. Okay, sit on one side, bring your legs to the front and prepare for seated twist. We haven't done much knee preparation, so be gentle in here. Start with your right shin in the front. If you're a little bit more flexible, you can bring your right foot on your left hip socket in half lotus, but only do this one if your knee and hip is okay. You can also sit on a blanket to sit tall. If this is too crazy for you, just have the foot at the front. Simple cross leg. Then if the foot is in half lotus, the right arm can go around and you can grab onto your right toes, or you can use a strap. If you can't reach to the toes, everybody gonna have the hands on the floor, right hand on the floor. So either way, right hand on the floor or right hand on the foot. Inhale, stretch your left arm up, sit tall. Exhale, release the hand down and grab onto the knee, the right knee. Inhale, relink the spine. Exhale, go and twist a little bit more to your right, shoulders down. Close your eyes. Now focus a little bit on the exhale. So inhale and exhale in the belly. Relax the chest, no chest breathing, just belly breathing. And every time you breathe out, slightly firm the belly, which allows you to twist maybe a little bit more to the right. And then when you reach your edge, stay there, belly breathing. Twists are really important for assimilation, to digest the process. So Samana Vayu is the digestive force that we can access with twisting. So think about this practice is to eventually eliminate our suffering, to begin to digest and remember the part of ourselves that's clean, clear, that is not confused, not identified with emotions or suffering. May our Samana Vayu is strong, so we can continue to digest this process and be less attached to the identification to suffering. You can keep your eyes closed, turn your head to the front. Inhale and untwist, come out of the pose. Exhale, pause in here in the center and relax. Give yourself permission now to relax. The hardest part of the physical is done. Well done. Switch your legs. Now your left shin in the front, or your left foot is a half lotus. If the foot is in half lotus, left arm goes around and grab onto the toes. Otherwise, the leg can stay on the floor and you have your left hand on the floor behind you. Organize yourself and then inhale, reach your right arm up over the head. Breathe out, release the hand and grab onto the left knee. Inhale, re-length the spine. And exhale, twist a little bit more to the left. Chest open, shoulders down. Look to the left without forcing the neck. Focus on belly breathing, and when you exhale, maybe you twist a little bit more to the left for a few times. Then you find your edge, holding there, and practice abdominal breathing for assimilation, digestion. Samana Vayu. Relax your breath, turn your head to the front, inhale to untwist, breathe out and relax. And then extend both legs forwards, Paschimottanasana. You can sit on a prop. You can also have a gentle bend on the knees, flex your feet. Inhale, raise the arms above the head. Exhale, forward fold, grab onto your feet. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the back of the neck. Exhale, bend your elbows and fold. Chin a little bit into the throat. Now just take a moment to regulate your breath for a minute. If you need a little bit more of balance, inhale 4, exhale 4. If you need to feel more calm, inhale 4, exhale 8. So notice how you are, and then if you want a more balance, in 4, out 4. If you want to feel calm, in 4, out 8. Relax your breath. And on the next inhale, come back up to sit slowly. Then breathe out and relax. And make your way to Shavasana. So lying down on your back, body turn around, lie on your back, relax in Shavasana. Relax your legs, feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Arms next to the body, palms facing upwards. Close your eyes and relax internally. For the first few moments of Shavasana, focus on the breath. Every time you breathe out, you let it go a little bit more. So put your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions inside the breath. And when you exhale, empty the air, empty of the thoughts, let it all go. Every time you exhale, you rest a little deeper. Okay, come back, feel the body breathing again. Wiggle the toes and fingers. Create some gentle movements. Stretch the arms over the head, roll over to the right side. Stay on a fetal position and remember that deep quality rest when you're lying down on your back in Shavasana. Keep that deep rest with you. And then please come up to seat for our meditation, the inner teacher meditation, to access unlimited wisdom and intuition, to really rest in that part of ourselves that always know. So grab a prop to sit nice and tall and get ready for inner teacher meditation, a practice to awaken your inner teacher, to increase your capacity of intuition, self-knowledge, clarity, and even courage. Take a moment here to reflect as the person who has the highest wisdom and intuition, with a forever steady presence, even in the most difficult times of life. that is said to be our own inner light or presence. Now focus on your breath through the nostrils, smooth, no interruption. Breath is even. Take about 5 slow, even breaths. Be aware of your body breathing. And allow your breath to flow effortlessly. Allow the breath to become natural and flow effortlessly. Simply become aware of the breath rising and falling through your nostrils. Now feel, see, or sense the breath as two separate lines moving through the nostrils, like two separate streams, ascending and descending, both in the right and left nostril. Then gradually notice your breath rising through the left nostril and descending to the right. The inhale ascend through the right and exhale descend through the left. Mental alternate nostril breathing. Inhale is through the left. Exhale is to the right. Inhale is to the right. And exhale is to the left. Be effortless and continue to watch the breath, alternating flow. As the mind becomes quieter, notice the breath or awareness meet in the point in the middle brain, third eye or midbrain. As though these two lines meet above the roof of the mouth and the point of the midbrain. Continue with the breath. With each flow of the breath, sense that point above the roof of the mouth. Begin to collect more light, presence, intelligence. Light and intelligence collecting in the midbrain, which is now more sensitive to light, to inner presence. Please continue the breath. Light is pouring from all directions in the head towards the midbrain. Observe that you have established the light of the inner teacher, a restful awareness, noticing the light of intuition, the light of knowingness, perfect clarity. Sense that this light is self-existent. No effort is necessary. Relax and sense the light of your inner teacher beginning to brighten. More and more relax into this presence of perfect knowingness, clarity, and complete wisdom. Remain established in this light and presence. If thoughts, desires, or emotions arise, please rest in the intention to allow them to relax in this light. The light of the inner teacher is more powerful than any distractions. Now please rest in sage light perception, unshakable faith. Notice that your search for knowledge or clarity is over. Everything you need to know is here. A light that cannot be dimmed or overshadowed by any thought. Let everything go and meditate silently in this luminous presence, timeless wisdom. Slowly become aware of your breath. Deepen the breath. Begin to come back to the body. Take a moment, bring your hands, palms together on the heart center. Bow the head to the heart. To acknowledge the light within, the part of ourselves that always know Rest in this eternal wisdom. Take your time to come back. Maybe a good time is to journal now. Thank you for your practice. Namaste.